Okay, hi. So I'm doing a deck profile on Thunder Knights. This is the deck I used in the latest bushiroad World Tournament in the UK. Got me 4th place, so I thought I'd do a deck profile showing off the way I think they should work, and this deck works pretty well for me. If you've got any ideas, feedback, but here we go. So raise the flag, so obviously Dragon World. Buddy I use is the Thunder Knight leader. For Hen, really good card, has move, 2 crit, his ability gives him another crit when he's called to the centre, well, called anywhere actually, plus if another Thunder Knight's on the field, he gives them move and he gives them an extra crit. Really good card, probably one of the most important cards in my deck, so yeah, here we go. So what we're going to do is start with the monsters first. So bear me 2 secs, let's get all those together. There we go. So first one will be Thunder Knight Brass Shield Dragon, which is this guy. I run 3 of him, as you can see. Really nice card, got a couple of foils in there as well. The reason I run this is with the commander, he gets move, 600 defense, 1 crit, 200 attack power. Not the most aggressive one of my cards, but basically he's more defensive. So if you've got Hen on the field, you can, well, for example, you've got Hen here, you can activate move him to the centre. If you've got under formation, which I'll come into a bit, you can then move him across, get 2 charges, really good defensive power in the centre. Okay, next one is 3 broadswords. 3 broadswords, you can only call him to the left and right, same again with the Hen. You can really do some damage with this guy. Once he's got the move, you can move him in. 500 attack, 2 crit. Defense isn't great, but it is pretty much a good aggressive attack card. For Hen on, his crit goes up to 3. Really good card. Next one is probably one of the most well known Thunder Knights, which is the Archer. I run 4 of him. Now the Archer is probably your card finding kind of card, shall we say, because when he comes out to the field, if there's another Thunder Knight on, you can draw another card from your deck. So if you've literally got a hand, it's literally just 2 of these guys, and you've got someone like for Hen or another Knight on the field, you can call it, grab a card. If it's still not the one you want, you can release, call it, get another card. So you can usually find yourself a really good hand quite quickly with this. Plus with another card I'll come on to in a minute, it's a great way of getting your life back. So I run 4 of him, really nice card. Anyone who's running the Thunder Knights deck, this is probably a core unit for it. Next one's the new one, which is Palace Sword. Run 2 of him. Now he's got 600 attack power, 1 crit, 400 defense. Same again with the Hen. Great little card. You can use. He gets the crit boost, 600 attack, can usually clear out quite a lot of stuff. But the real card this works well with is the next one I'm about to show you, which I run 3 of. Now in the tournament, this was probably one of the most aggressive cards I had. He's 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense, 4 crit. Thunder Knights Battle Axe Dragon. Really kind of an unsung hero in Thunder Knights, if you ask my opinion. I run 3 of these, so I can get it quite quickly. But if you call that to the centre for your opening turn, get a strike with 4 straight away. Play it with this guy, him in the centre, him on the side, 500 defense, 500 attack. Most counters you can do something with that. You can clear it out, majority of the stuff in the centre, leaving it open for that big 4 crit smash. Really good combo, these 2. Work really well together, used them quite a lot in the recent tournament. Really good for any Thunder Knights deck to have a couple of these and a couple of these in them. They could do a lot of high pressure damage, literally clear centre, smash for 4. Really good. Okay, so what's next? Next will be Thunder Knights Drum. As you can see, I run a buddy with a couple of others. Core unit, only run 3 of him though, because I like to have a mixture depending on the situation I'm in. Gives you move, penetrate and cell guard, good all round card, 2 crit. So if you're kind of struggling to hold your ground, really good card to use. Next one is Hellburn Dragon. I do own actually 4 of these, but I only run 2 in this deck So I have two Thunder Knight decks. One's kind of what I call my practice deck, where I play about with loads of different spells to work out mechanics of cards. And then this one's the main one where I kind of put all that work into. So these two, no need to really explain them if you know Thunder Knights, but 600, so really good stats, 2 crit, it's got the move ability. He can literally hold his ground majority of the time, really good card. Obviously the next one is then the Commander himself. I run 4 of these. The reason being is obviously being your buddy, you want him out as much as possible. More importantly, for the mechanics of this deck, you need to get him out ASAP because of the move, generating extra gauge and giving extra crit to put a lot of pressure on. Then I run 2, as the anime say, Bastille Sword Dragon, so it's not so offensive, but Bastard Sword Dragon's its proper name. Run 2 of these, 7,000, 6,000 defense, 2 crit. Not great stats, but for a size 3, but it's got basically move and double attack. So you think you can clear, then follow up for another 2. Move, generate a bit of extra gauge. Nice little card. So, next one's spells. So let's have a look at the spells. I run a lot of counters. Because of this move ability, I don't like to sacrifice cards unless I have to. So one of the main cards I love is Wraith of Dragon. Gives the power of 6,000 attack, 6,000 defense. So you can use it as a twin-way counter, either if you're attacking your opponent or you need to defend. So say if I move my buddy into the centre to protect me, someone attacks him, activate that, his defence goes up to 11,000, not a lot going through that. It's kind of like a hitting an iron wall was the idea behind this deck. Other one I like to use is Drago Energy. Use 4 of these as well, exact same idea, but ideally if it's, say if they're not as powerful, 3,000 defense increase would do it. Activate this, obviously then restands, attacks for 8,000. So it's a good iron wall slash smash back technique. With Thunder Knights I think it works really well. Next one is Dragonic Barrier. I only run 1 of these at the moment just to give me a bit of extra protection for my size 3s more than anything else, but it does come in handy with my size 2s. Thinking of adding another one of these. Next one is obviously good old fashioned green Dragon Shield. Everyone knows what this one does, but I will explain. If you can't move, say you've called a level 1 or you just haven't got the cards, nullify the attack, gain 1 life, really good card. After that, it's 3 Thunder formations. Now some people say you should run 4, I don't, I just run the 3. They are stackable, so if you had say 2 Thunder Knights out, so for example, say you stack 2, so you've got 2 stacks. Best way to use this, which a lot of people aren't aware of, so I'll just go over this to make sure, is for Hen does give move ability to this one, and the way this card works is you get a gauge when you move on your opponent's turn. So if you have 2 of these, and I say I activate for Hen's ability, give move to my archer, moving it to the centre, I can charge 2. If I then say right, I'm then going to move for Hen, cross, which is perfectly legal, you get another 2. So literally in 1 turn, with 2 of these on the field stacked, that's enough to activate its second phase. Now a lot of people do make the mistake of activating this as soon as they go to 4. Please don't. You can do, but it will be a less success rate. Ideally for this to be truly successful, you do need at least 6 gauge. The reason being it is, most of your good cards you're going to call someone like him, Drum, or even for Hen, at least 1. If you have to call choice of 2, having that 2 gauge gives you a little bit more flexibility. Or worst case scenario, say if you use the new level 1 Plundiash, he's at least 1 gauge, you want the flexibility there. If you have 2, good thing is you can then start moving again, boosting up on the second one, ready in case you need to use that move again. I run 3 of these because they are an impact slash gauge creator. Really good card. I think 4's a bit too much because I do like another impact in there just for flexibility more than anything else. Alright, next one. It's a promo card that came out in the Jackknife deck. Now for those of you who don't know it, this is worth buying a Jackknife deck alone for. I've got 2 of them. I've got 3 in total. I use 2 in this deck. It's called Green Dragon Knight's Song of Ancient Lands. Basically the way this works, you pay 1 gauge, you set the card. You can only set one of them. The reason I won 2 is to get it out as quickly as possible. Then every time I call from an armoured drone, I gain a life. Yeah, literally, that simple. Every time you call one of your monsters, once this is out, you gain a life. So if you summon 2, bush. If you're struggling, say you're on a bit of life, this did happen to me in the recent regionals. Had one of these out, had, I think it was this guy out like this, had this one out, and this is literally the hand I had. So what I did, cool, draw a card, was on quite poor life, I think it was about 3, gain a life, okay, release, call again, gain another life, call another card, okay, cool. Then what I did was release, call for hen. At that stage I hadn't called him, so I managed to get a buddy point and a life. Brilliant. Release again. Cool. Gain another card. And it's a great way of kind of cushioning yourself up. I think I went from 3 to 7 using that little combo. And it was a great little way of, 1, getting good cards out, because that took that up to 6 crit. 2, it gave me about 4 or 5 life buffer. Really good system. Really good for any Armoured Knight decks. Really recommend investing in it. It's very hard to find on the internet. The easiest way to do it is see if you can get a Jackknife deck on eBay really cheap, or just buy the Jackknife deck. It's so worth it for that one card. Okay, next one I suppose is the weapons. Good old fashioned Sunshine Impacts. Link with your buddy, get basically infinity attack. Great to have. Not my go-to weapon, but it is good to have in your deck. Most people do use Dragon Mode. Enough said. Next one is obviously the Thunder Knight weapon. I do like it for the free crit, but I will be honest, same again, not my go-to weapon, but it is good if you need to put a bit of pressure on. Bush, good to go. This one is my go-to weapon. I am looking for a 3rd one of these, but this is probably the backbone of my deck, which is put it in centre. You then say use a good formation, something like I don't know, this one. Clear your centre out, tap for 4, attack again, attack again. Good all rounder. Last but not least is Gargantua Punisher, which is my main impact weapon. And I've said 4 damage. The reason I use it is just to finish off a game if need be. Don't use it too often, but I do like it in there for some reason, just in case I need it. Okay, that's my deck. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye.